with a Sterling YW151 24750. I'm loving the line on there. Here go the line. No serial number that I can find so far. Maybe that's the serial number on the front. I would say it is. Usually it's down here on the back, but there's nothing there. But anyway, we'll call that a model and a serial number, huh? A model and a serial number, maybe. Does it matter? Not really. All right, never seen one of this brand in my hand with the assessment before. First time we've had a Sterling in my hand. All right, let's just check this out. Let's first go with the left stack, leak light assessment of the first stack. As we can see, we're just using first touch. We're not squeezing hard, but we are touching it so that the keys do touch. We can see that there's a regulation issue. A regulation issue is in key work, and there is regulation material at the backs of the key work. And this touch piece regulates with the biz. There's one regulation, and this touch piece also regulates with this key. This key has no touch piece on it. We call this the speaker key. It makes the left stack speak. It makes the whole horn speak. But if we're just playing the left stack with our left hand, well, without this one being shut, the horn doesn't speak. It sounds sick. Okay, so that is hard to see with the camera. There it is there. That one is holding these guys up. That key there, right up in there, there we go. Boom. That's the speaker. It's holding these guys up, so that's a regulation issue. But also around the back, it could be that one of these keys, one of these pads is holding the front of the pad up. But at the back, it doesn't look like that. Hard to see, guys, sorry about this. Bad camera, but it doesn't look like they're hitting hard at the back. So mainly that's a regulation issue. Here with the B, I've got my finger on the B touch piece. It also regulates with the speaker. There's the speaker. It's not hitting hard at the back, but also it is out of regulation. So this speaker key is holding the B key up and the A and biz key up. Now, the A key has got this double play here, which is a concern at the back. There's double play here. They're using, on this saxophone, they're using a really cheap way of doing foot material and regulation material all in one. They just wrap it around. They don't care about double play. And the reason is the double play is because, let's just look at that. Yeah, wow. It's just being held up there, huh? We just need some more, a different size cork on there. That's okay. So let's keep moving along here. We're just checking the right stack out using the touch piece of the F here. You can see that these keys are not closing and sealing over the turn holes. There's the E being touched, and here's the D being touched. This is all a vision of the back of the keys here. We have a regulation with the biz. The biz is holding them up. I'd say also the G sharp. If I open the G sharp up, let's just zoom out. Here we go. We've got a vision of the G sharp. Just the G sharp open. Oh, it's very stuck down. Yeah, G sharp is holding them. So it's a regulation issue. There's a regulation screw there. We will regulate that key work. At the front, it looks even worse. The sax will never play like this. That's first touch, and nothing is closing. So this is a typical scenario and situation that saxophones, when they come to the bench for an assessment, we find them like this. Okay, so there's the stacks. That's the left and right stack, left and right stack. Let's just go around from the top and have a look at the closed keys. These are closed keys here. They're called palm keys. Let's just assess the palm keys. They, let's just zoom in. There we go. The zoom works. Now let's have a look at the pad itself. There we go. The pad looks good. It's all looking new. Not much wear. And these, let's go in on that one. Yeah. All right, so this is all fine. This F-sharp pad, fine. A little bit of verdigris on the pad, a little bit of dirt on the pads, as we can see. A little bit of spooge, we call that the old spooge. That's the shellac. We can see that these guys have used shellac in this factory, which is nice to see. I'd rather shellac than hot melt. We can see a little bit of verdigris on that pad, depending on what sort of actions we take, whether we take all this key work off and clean this. Let's just see how far the customer would like to go. This one's stuck down, as you can see, sticky pads. Ooh, wow, that was really stuck down. Let's have a look at that pad. Yeah, it's sealing, we like that. This E flat is not sealing perfectly. Dirty pads, or maybe just black lacquer, black paint on the tone hole. Some sort of reason why that's not sealing, we can sort that out. Just sort of light, yeah, a little bit of dirt on there. I can see whether the camera picks that up. Let's have a look at that. Let's just see. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, we're going to keep moving on. So we've done our Alt key check, Alt F sharp check, the one that was stuck down. Yep. We go around to the E flat there. Let's go down to the bell and the bow. This light will go down the bell, and we can see, get a better vision of the low C there. Here's the low C. One-handed camera work here. Not that great at this. Sorry, folks. Sorry, folks. It's not working. That's okay. I'm gonna move it over like this. And why have we got no? Okay. All right, come on. Give me some more light down there, please. All right, we're not doing any light on the C. We'll go the other angle. Let's just check these guys out. This is the bell keys. This is a B flat. I'm gonna zoom out a little. This is the bell keys. It's the B flat, and the B bell is out of alignment. That's why these guys are not sealing. They both need to seal and regulate. So sealing is one part of the gig, and regulating is the other part of the gig. Are they hitting hard at the back? Very hard to see with the camera. Let's go around the back here. No, the camera doesn't see what the eyes see. So anyway, the bell keys are not how we want them to be. We're going to go back down the body tube for the C here. Here we go, some light on that C. There's some light on that C. Try to get the light to stay where we want it. Very ridiculous how it won't do that. There it is, but now I've got one hand on the light and I'm not able to get to the key. Here we go. Is this going to be a successful tour of the C? Oh, please. Help me out here, folks. Help me out. Here we go. Finally, we get the C to close out with the light, and we can see that there's some leaking of the C. That's the bow. The bow of the sax has the C key there, and it's leaking. All right, what other parts of assessment do we do on saxes? The springs, yep, all right, so they're all stainless steel springs, and the tensions of the springs, they're okay. That's not bad. We can address that later on, the spring tension, when we're doing a play test. The hinge tubes, hinge rods, do they need swedging? Well, this is an example here of a key that's got a lot of side play movement, and how we fix that is called switching the key work. Are we going to do that to this sax? Not very much chance we are going to do that to this sax. It's a lot of work, and I don't think this sax warrants that. The keys that have pivot screws, if there's any side movement, that's a whole different way of addressing that. We would countersink the keys there. Okay, so there's not much play, just a little bit of play in that G sharp. Maybe we would fix that on this. Don't want any play in the G sharp, very important key. Materials, let's just check for materials. There's foot materials here on the palm keys. They're all good, they're all in place. We need materials there. There's, as we showed before, there's foot materials on our left stack, and there's also regulation materials. This is not a common practice usually, but maybe that's in wherever this is manufactured, either Taiwan or China. This is how they're doing it. This foot materials out the back here. This is foot and regulation material here. There's also silencing materials that's used in this octave regulation mechanism. Also a foot material on the G for the register pad here. There's some silencing material here for the relationship of regulation with the octave mechanism when we put the neck on. The other thing we will check out is the fit from the neck to the tenon here. This is the tenon receiver. It receives the neck tenon. That's how the neck fits in there. There's also silencing materials here for the alt keys, and this is the cradle that they sit in. There's foot materials there and here. So here's our alt C, alt B flat. More foot materials here on the alt F sharp. And also for our other stack, we have the exact same scenarios. We have foot materials there, other foot materials, both cork and felt there. Strange combination here. This is a very strange combination, but hey, that's okay. Maybe it's just felt. Sorry, got that wrong. Bad vision. Bad vision. Here we go. Come on, Mr. Camera. We do want to go in that far. We want to go in that far. That's right. Just spoogy glue on the felt here. There is no cork, but there is cork here, which is the regulating bar, and that's got the D and the E and the F, and there's the regulation material under there. There's also bumper felts that always need to be checked. They also regulate the keywork here up on the stack. The stack has regulation and silencing and foot materials here. There's some strange foot material here on the G sharp. Never seen that before. That's the first time. Have regulating material here and regulating material here and silencing material here. That's looking a bit strange. That's usually not like that. That's usually on the bottom, but they've put it on the top and it's looking loose. All right, so we have more silencing material and venting material here on the C. Very long video, this one, way too long. That's okay. All right, let's just go into the last part of this assessment. And we're going to get the neck, we're going to check the pad. We check all the pads for mold and age and wear, so they all get checked. And also we check the cork up here. Is the cork old, but it's all new on this guy. It's a new sax. And also the fit here. That fit is not too bad. I've seen a lot worse. We're giving that a 9 out of 10, that one. That's good. All right, these are screws here. These screws are not broken. We'll have to check the regulating, the neck tenon receiver screw. That's good. This is looking like it's working fine. The pad's good. How is it working with the touch piece here? Here we go. That's working good. The G actions this and actions this. And also here is the thumb. Let's just move out a little. Is our thumb actioning with the A actioning the top octave mechanism. When the G goes on, this thumb actions this one here. Register and octave. Register and octave. Register, octave. Cool. Okay, well that's enough of me blubbing on about that. That's an assessment of the Sterling.